Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Hades 2, and last time we had our first several runs to the surface, and it was definitely not what I expected to see, because it is very, very different. Most notably, we take a ton of damage just from spending time up there, so there is an enchantment, a craft that we very much need to make, and in order to get that, we need to get to Chaos Rooms, and use the shovel. So I think we're going to go down for this next run and use the new skull weapon that we tested out a little bit just in this area here, and it reminds me a bit of the cast from Hades 1. And this is also very cool. But we don't really know what we're doing, so I mean, we'll see how it goes. It might turn into a very short run. We'll see. If it does turn out to be very short, then we might go for another quick run to the surface, see if we can pick up a little more bronze, because I forgot that there is one more thing we very much would like to get, the fishing rod, and that requires additional bronze, so all the more reason for us to just get a little bit more from the surface. But let's try this thing out. Oh, hold on. Quick check at what our keepsake is. Okay, it is the Silken Sash. I think we'll go with that. I don't really have any clue what the right gods or goddesses might be to combine with this weapon, because we've never tried it before, so we'll see. I am curious, though. Okay, Poseidon. I mean, I really don't know how best to use or not use these boons.
You were just about to set forth on another of your fateful escapades. Figured you could use a surge of strength.
Okay, so specials hit foes with a splash that knocks other foes away. Charge cast immediately detonates, dealing damage, knocking foes away. Sprint deals damage on impact, knocks foes away, but uses magic. I think we keep it simple, go with the special, at least initially. Oh, that's... Oh, right. Wait, our uncharged special does that as well. Interesting. What? It cleared the entire room in one go? Okay, alright. Well, that's interesting. I mean, why not? Apparently. Holy shamoly. That seems pretty good. What the heck? This thing is insane. Okay, so the Poseidon boon seems like it was pretty good. And or just the basic cast, or rather a special, was already really good. I guess we'll go Zeus. I mean, I really don't know what the right god or goddess is. And, you know, maybe with a little more planning we could reason our way through it, but at least for now, I guess we'll just take our best guess. It doesn't even... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. That is interesting. That's a thing to remember if we... Oh, okay, I don't like these guys. But we might have a good way to get rid of them. Okay, that... We are not immune when we are in that phase from taking damage. That's interesting. Okay, that also limited what we could do there. Oh, okay, we do need the shells. So that's the downside of this weapon. It seems like the upside is huge because we have amazing damage potential. The downside is that if we don't have any of the skulls collected, then there's not a lot we can do. But as we've already seen, the damage can definitely more than make up for that. Okay. So we were starting to run a little bit low on the seeds. Not a bad thing. We're going to get several of them, hopefully. Most notably, we want them from the Chaos Room.
Poseidon's watery blessing already, yes, young lady? Well, I'll be blunt. You're going to need more help than that. So here.
Alright. So, sprint, gradually restore magic, but total amounts is reduced. Oh, one other thing is we did, if it saved, which I'm not entirely sure if it did at the end of our previous run, but we did upgrade our Arcana to give ourselves slightly more max HP and magic. So I know in the past we had at least one run where this exact boon caused some trouble because it reserved more magic than we could afford to have primed. But maybe now we have 70%. Wait. We have 90 total. So we reserve 70%. Then, well, I don't remember how much it costs for us to do the charge special. And obviously, it's pretty sweet, so I don't think we want to prevent ourselves from doing that. This one leaves us a little bit more to work with. Enter location. Prime that to make your strikes emit chain lightning. That is kind of tempting. I guess we'll go with this. I think we still have enough magic, but that is perhaps a little bit of a concern. I do not remember where we stand from an Ashes and Psyche standpoint, so I do not know which one we prefer. Okay, this seems like a great opportunity to, oh, well, get hit by that, first of all, and then do this. So I think you'll agree that that was worth that. I think that was worth it. Okay, that maybe less so. The skulls also do bounce. Okay, we do have a lot of monies. We did take a fair bit of damage, but we still had armor to tank it. Okay, we really want to see Chaos Gates. So I think we almost certainly want this. Ideally would have gotten it even earlier, but this still isn't bad timing. Charge moves deal more damage for 6 encounters. I mean, oh, I'm not even sure that we need it right now. Maybe we'll save the monies for the time being. Okay. Usually I would not be all that keen on getting extra max magic, but given just how effective... Oh, look at this.
Just in time.
Given just how effective our charged specials are, doesn't seem like a bad idea. Get a little bit, not that we had any choice in the matter, but oh right, we need this. I just want to. I am just trying to get the golden urn, but apparently, oh, never mind. Apparently, it really does not want to let us do that.
Easy mark.
Yeah, I guess we got it. Okay, aiming with these things can apparently get a little bit tough at times. Okay, so remember, we can still do an uncharged version. Still not bad.
Onward. Good evening.
Okay, now this, which is definitely useful. Can we do this? No, we have to do this first. Okay, well, it gives us a bonus boon from Artemis, so we'll take it.
So much for visiting the surface, huh? Not seen a trace of you up there. Don't feel bad. You have nice woods here, too.
Okay, thanks, Artemis.
I'm not supposed to be up there. Could hardly breathe. But there might be something I can do. Hermes wouldn't have asked me to go if it wasn't important.
No, I guess not. I'd offer to escort you, though Olympus wants me to stay out of sight. And I won't bother saying not to push yourself too hard.
Okay, let's see. Piercing arrow fires toward any foe targeted by your charged cast. It's the charged special that we really like. After you hit with your attacks or specials, fire seeking arrow. After you dash, your charge moves deal more damage for 2 seconds. It's only 10% increased damage, which is less than I would like, but I think that might still be worth doing. Otherwise, I mean, this is solid. 10 base damage is not going to be a lot, and the thing is, I feel like this weapon is slow enough. You know, it's much more of a fire just a few times, deal big chunks of damage, recollect your skulls so you can do it again, and that just doesn't play as well into this archetype, which I think you want the quicker, and you don't care as much about lower damage moves, and that way you just maximize the number of additional arrows you fire. So let's try going with this instead. And we definitely will go for this, but before we do, don't forget about
Go
this.
show that shade the way. Rest easy now.
Okay, should be getting some pretty solid Psyche at this point. Very early on, but lots of Psyche thus far. Okay, we really want a place where we can, use the shovel. Okay, now obviously we do not get seeds on every single room, so it wasn't like we were necessarily expecting them to show up in the very first Chaos room, but we can hope.
When you return to Shadow, I briefly sense your presence in the infinite abyss. Yes. So I have seen that the servant of the three fates found you in that hidden place. He relayed to you a secret, did he not? Respond.
Oh, are you referring to Moros?
You mean Moros? His secret was about the surface, about how I can survive up there. I know this goes against the Fates' designs, but Olympus needs me. And to achieve my task, I need them.
And we also need a specific resource from this area right here. So, Chaos, if you could hook us up, that'd be awesome.
I see. As you may know, I am uninterested in the Fates having undue influence. Perhaps you may find a catalyst here for this incantation, whether they like it or not.
So that's interesting, because this is acknowledging that whole thing, and I wonder if this is basically a prerequisite to actually finding the crafting resource here in the Chaos Realm.
This can grow into exactly what I need.
Or Chaos just gives us that stuff for showing up here, and we don't actually need to use the shovel. I don't know, it looked like we just got it. Or at least one of them. So let's see, next 3 boons you find have 1 fewer to choose from. Afterward, we restore magic. A lot of magic. Okay, that is very tempting. Next 4 encounters, we have less max health. Afterward, we gain more max magic. I'll be honest, the restoration might be better. As long as we have enough to at least once do our big charge attack. I think we have enough magic to do it twice, to be honest. And then, you know, in the time we are doing that, we are also recharging magic. So I think this is still better, even if this is high rarity. Next 5 encounters, dash slower and uses magic if you have it. Afterward, attack deals extra damage. Now, for most other runs, that would probably catch my attention, because that is a lot of additional damage. But I very much am a fan of the charge special, so I think we go for this. And the downside isn't too bad.
Good.
It's manageable. Ooh, okay, no choice but to go mini-boss. Alright, this could get interesting. Do we want Demeter, or do we re-roll? I think we can take Demeter. I mean, Demeter's usually pretty good. If we can get the one that gives us the extra max health. Ooh.
Shadow Spit is back.
The extra max health from when we, ooh, that was close. From when we pick up seeds, since we have the... Ooh, I walked straight into that, and yet we did not get hit somehow, some way. Likewise there. I am surprised by all of these things. Okay, okay. Alright, you guys are annoying, and therefore I'm going to get rid of you. But there you see just how much damage we do from the basic attack. So that is pretty sweet. Let me do that just to get you back. This guy I'm not a huge fan of, just because, as I've said many times before, I feel like it's kind of cheap, the smoke cloud at times. There are just instances in which there's no reasonable way for you to know how to avoid getting hit by him. It does kind of seem like... Oh, that damage is huge. Oh, I did not even realize you were still there. Okay.
Detest that thing.
Oh, did we not take any health damage? We only lost armor? That's a little annoying. If we had taken 1 less hit, we still would have had the armor, but oh well.
I miss your mother terribly, and your brother as well. He was my little sprout. Kronos must have ensnared him with the others in your father's house. The unforgivable wretch.
Okay, so... we don't get that. Rare crop, do we have any boons for that to affect? We have exactly 2. Okay. I mean, there's basically no downside to it. And it does mean that Wave Flourish, that Poseidon special, will get stronger, so that is pretty tempting. This is also pretty good, especially this early on, but I think we have to do Rare Crop. Early Rare Crop is hard to beat. It is, by some accounts, you could say, perhaps even the best, the single best early boon in the game. As long as you have other stuff that benefits from it, of course. And, oh, we do. Let's just do this real quick. Don't mind us. So yeah, but there you see, if we get a little more damage on the Poseidon special, then we can more reliably one-shot enemies, and that'll be very useful. Okay, so I am very much thinking Selene could be useful as well, because we are spending so much magic so regularly that there's a lot of potential to use hexes a ton, even if maybe under other circumstances coins might be a little bit more valuable. What? That was insane. Oh, is it gonna let us mine even though we don't have the pickaxe? I don't know, we'll have to see. We have seen it at times allow us to pick up seeds, even when we don't have the shovel.
Count right now.
Yeah, so this is where having a little more magic restoration would be helpful, but we are expecting to get that somewhat soon.
Sister Selene.
Okay, oh, we're gonna get one less choice for Selene as well. That's unfortunate.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
To have lived all your life in misty Erebus, the world is so much vaster than that place. You shall see much more of it, I think, ere your task is complete.
Okay.
Look forth.
Oh, it does not block one of these. Hex turns you impervious. Living Nightmare for 5 seconds. Hex raises one random slain enemy. Blasts the target area for 1,000 damage after 4 seconds. We did take this recently. Oh, it does cost a lot of magic to get it, but I do kind of feel like this is the best of all these options, unless if maybe you want to make the case you do this and it synergizes a little bit with this weapon, because if you've used all of your skulls, you need to go pick them up, then you might as well go impervious for a little bit. You have totally different set of abilities, so you can still attack during that time period, and you can also use that invulnerability to more safely collect those skulls, which hasn't been a huge issue against basic enemies, but I could see as we go further, enemies get stronger, and going up against bigger bosses, that becomes more of a challenge. So maybe that, but I still feel like this is probably the best answer. Okay, are you going to let us do this?
We shine.
You are going to let us do this, even though we don't have the pickaxe? Okay. Well, you know, sometimes you just mine with a shovel, right? Okay, we have gotten a lot of Psyche, but we'll go with at least one more here, and then at this point, we may be entering territory where we can get a grasp upgrade, because that would be nice. Speaking of nice, that was pretty nice. Wait for them to close in a little bit so we can do that. I mean, it's fun, too. Wow. Not bad. Okay. And we did just get them upgraded. So previously this was plus 20 damage, now it's plus 30. Okay, nice.
Count right now.
Oh. Technically, still need to pick that up. Okay, fair enough. Okay, restore health. We're doing fine there. Yet even more Psyche. No, I don't think that's necessary. We've not ever gotten the Chimera Jerky before, or is it really necessary right now? No, probably not, although we are building around the special, so this would certainly last long enough for Hecate, and then it'd be potentially enough to make quick work of her, but I just think we might be better served saving the monies. Okay, I think we take the palm, and we use that to upgrade the level of Wave Flourish, because the rarity is going to increase from rare crop, but it does not affect the level. But if we get a palm upgrade for that as well, then we can get some serious value on that. And I think, given how it is very much the centerpiece of what we're trying to do right now, as demonstrated just then, I think that could be big. Ooh, it's a little slow on that. It's hesitant. Just a little bit hesitant. So I wanted to get the timing right. The cast freezing enemies, or at least significantly slowing them, definitely helps a lot
Need to recharge.
for just aiming the basic attack. Okay, so there's definitely an obvious choice here. I don't think that's what we're looking for. I think this is what we're looking for.
I grow strong.
How much damage did that give us? An additional 10? Okay. Alright, so this is probably now the last room before Hecate, in which case that would be free health upgrade versus shop with 429 coins. Obviously, we don't spend in this shop. We have subsequent shops we can be more aggressive in. There is a lot of money to be spent here. You know... Sure. We'll go with the free health, and then we'll just try to be especially aggressive in future shops. Because it feels like we're pretty strong at the moment. So I think we can afford to take the... to go with the longer term approach. Even if we were to have gotten 2 boons, which I'm not sure if we've ever really seen, maybe on very rare occasions, we could have gotten the Chaos boon to evolve, then we would have gotten some magic restoration. That would have been helpful for a boss fight, but I think that was pretty unlikely that was going to be the case. Ah.
Using the Argent Skull of Reval now, are we? You're becoming a most capable necromancer to have earned its trust.
Oh, we should have gone with the necromancy hex, and then it would have been thematically fitting. Alright. Now that you put it that way, it seems obvious. Alas, we did not do that. Okay, the other things we did learn, there is a prophecy that is based on us defeating Hecate when we have no Arcana active, so only way we're going to do that is obviously if we make a point of deactivating all of our Arcana, and obviously the rest of the run will be much more difficult in that case, but the reward is decent, so maybe on a future occasion we'll look to do that, but that is not the case now.
Creature's skull, Headmistress, only to be infused with silver and enchanted as an instrument of night.
Yeah, now that's pretty messed up.
That is rather a personal question,
What?
considering all evidence at hand. Perhaps Reval herself shall reveal to you the answer in due course.
Oh, Reval, the skull is sentient? Yeah, no, that's deeply disturbing.
Crossed flames awaken.
Now,
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. I didn't even hit with that, apparently. Okay, now that was not the best timing. I mean, we theoretically probably hit you somewhat reliably if I were to aim at the correct target during that phase. One moment, please. You know, just a quick 10 extra coins. Okay, so do that. I need to pick them back up. Quick damage there. 1, 2, 3. Pick them back up. Over to this phase. See if you happen to be the real Hecate. You are. That's very convenient. Just do that while we're at it. Skulls, please. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Return to me, sisters.
I don't think those are sentient. Maybe those witches are, though. Oh, I was not ready for that. She usually is not using that attack during this phase. She's usually doing the big circles that rain from the sky. Granted, it was much shorter, that phase, because there are much fewer of those witches that we had to track down. Oh, okay. I was so busy just focusing on when are these orbs gonna go away? I was like, oh, Hades is a bullet hell. Confirmed. Oh, did we get hit by that? Because I thought I was on the other side for... Don't mind me. I think we've established we have basically, or just about, okay, we did get hit by that. We're basically unlimited range on the skulls. So, once we have them back... Okay, we are taking silly damage.
Bathe in flame.
We can just do this. Okay, now we have the sheep phase.
Caught out again.
for it. Oh, okay. Fine. Have it your way, then. Ooh, that was close. I mean, that attack is definitely more dangerous than the circle attack is.
I'm afraid not.
Oh, never mind. You were right. I'm afraid not indeed.
No shells.
One moment, please. You really love that phase, that attack specifically, in this fight. See if you're the real one. You are. Convenient. It just never ends. But you see, this is the problem, is once we do run out of the once we do run out of the magic, suddenly our DPS trails off considerably. So we can't use our preferred methods. Oh, never mind. Is it you? Well, I missed, regardless. It was you. There we go, okay.
Excellent.
So yeah, definitely need the magic for the bosses, and longer encounters in general.
Grow, whilst I continue thusly testing you. Return to Shadow now.
I prevailed.
Oh, interesting! Notice how we did not get any reward on the... Oh no, I take it back. I take all that back.
Observe nearby.
Oh, I would not have seen that.
Kronos, hypnotize. Be at peace.
Okay, tons and tons of Psyche. We did end up taking a fair bit of damage in that encounter there, but... I think once we get this healing... Yeah, we're at max, so no issue there.
My dear son Zeus is already abetting you this night. I fear not his famous thunderbolt, young fool that he is.
Alright, we'll see about that. Maybe you should be fearful of it. That's all he had, was a little bit of smack talk. Okay.
Maybe I should switch.
So yeah, the Silken Sash is not doing us much good anymore. We do have a... I was about to say, starting, basic Poseidon boon, but that is not the case, because Rare Crop is upgrading it, and we have upgraded the level of it with a palm. But assuming we get subsequent Poseidon boons, this could still be useful. We do also have Demeter Precedent. So there's something to be said for those. I feel like Hephaestus could work well with this weapon because of the slower, more infrequent, but higher damage hits, which is what Hephaestus is all about. Oh, but I think we have to do this, at least for a little bit, to try to get more value from Selene, since we do have a lot of potential on that Hex boon. And then maybe later on we'll switch to one of the other gods or goddesses, and then probably something more defensive at the end.
Excellent.
Let's see what we have here. Don't need that. Once again, we do have the option of getting even more Psyche, but mostly just for the sake of the prophecy. I don't really think we need it, given just how much we've already acquired on this run.
Ugh, that's cold.
Oh, okay. So obviously we've never gotten a hammer upgrade on this weapon before. I am curious to see what our options will be. Whoa, okay, that was quick. And that was unfortunate. Lovely if we just had slightly more damage. So we could take you out with 3. Oh, we can just go with a special. Uncharged is fine, even. Okay, maybe don't do that, though. Not when that's about to go boom. Okay, for these guys, I feel like we do this. Ooh, we get hit. Oh, we got hit by that. Dude that I honestly did not even see. Oh, are they continuing to respawn or something? It feels like they just keep on showing up. Okay. That encounter went on longer than I expected it to. But now we get these guys getting upgraded even more. What does this one even do? Enter location. Make your strikes emit chain lightning. Okay, so this is actually really similar to the keepsake that we chose not to take from Artemis, right? I'm forgetting, support fire, something like that. And I just absolutely botched the name of it. But let's see, this could be big. Your shells return automatically, but we have one less. I don't think that's worth doing. Shells fire your charged attack. Wait, what? Your shells fire your charged attack for 0 magic whenever retrieved. Does that mean they automatically go off? As in we're getting the extra damage from that? Or is it just about that free magic cost? Your attacks fire your shells all at once in a spread pattern. I don't think we want that, because we're using our charge special for area of effect, and for the most part the attack is for pinpointing our damage on one specific enemy, usually from further away. I feel like that's going to be hard to do with this. So I think we try this. I don't know if it's any good, because I don't really understand it. Also, there we go. Okay, just a normal special is the way to break those. Okay, so at this point, given how much Psyche we have acquired, I'm kind of assuming that we have enough. Not showing it here, but I'm kind of assuming we have enough that we can get a grasp upgrade. So I think at this point we either go for the bones or for the ashes. Let's go bones. Gives us a little bit more flexibility. Okay, that notably needed about 1 more damage to kill any of those guys.
Out of shells.
Oh. Okay, so when we recollect the shell... Okay, it deals... Oh, that was stupid damage to take. But it deals damage around us in a little circle when we pick them up. Like this. Which, had those guys properly loaded in, would have been fantastic. But apparently they had not. It didn't really work out. Okay, we're learning. We're learning how exactly it works. We'll nab this. We'll nab this.
Got it.
Feels like it's been a while since we've had Narcissus. Oh, is this? That's just one that would have helped us in combat. Okay, so we do still have a lot of coins. So we do want to make a point of going to at least some shops to take advantage of that, but it's hard to say no to this. Let's go for it.
On we go.
I've been a little underwhelmed at times by these rewards, but I think we'll still take our chances.
You know. Oh, it's you.
Hello there. Can't send all these guys chasing after him by sprinting at them?
I spoke to Echo about you. Said you didn't mean to hurt her, though perhaps I shouldn't have. She responded in her usual way, but I could tell something happened. You broke her heart.
She broke her own heart. They always fall for people who don't love them back. Anyway, I'm sure she'll find someone who thinks she's awesome. Plenty of fish in the sea.
Okay.
Yes, I've noticed. So, has anybody ever fallen out of love with you? Or do they all end up in the morning fields, pining for you for eternity?
Wait, I just placed it. I think I just placed it. I think I've mentioned in passing at least once before that this guy's voice sounds vaguely familiar, but I could not figure out where it was from. Okay, and it's kind of an obscure reference, but there's this one random comedic YouTube video of, is it like technically Lego Batman? Either Lego Batman or like sort of claymation style Batman, and he's ridiculous, says stupid things, but it's hilarious. And It sounds a lot like the voice actor from that, so I'm actually really curious if it is the same guy, and I have no idea how I would ever confirm that, because I'm not sure I'd ever be able to figure out who the guy is who does the Batman voice from those YouTube videos, but I think that was the link that I was looking for.
All I know is no one's ever loved me as much as me. They're all too busy feeling sorry for themselves to really care, you know? You can't love someone if you can't love yourself.
Also, there's just a little hint of a Canadian accent, for whatever that's worth. Okay, fair bit of silver and coins. We would have a ton of coins to spend in that case. Change of Fates, we have not yet used ours, so we would have a lot in that case as well. The Fate Fabric, we have several of those. Don't have a lot of things to spend them on right now, although eventually one would assume we'd find that. We don't have full health. There actually is a little bit to be said for that. It is a lot of overhealing, though. So I think it's probably one of these two. Given how we don't really know what gods and goddesses we want with this weapon, I feel like the rerolls are not as meaningful. I think we just go for this.
All yours.
Always use more.
Okay. Hermes. We could re-roll it, but no. We'll stick with him.
Test my patience.
Pick those up, and that's actually pretty sizable damage, especially if all of them are there, as we just saw. It starts to add up. Okay, it gives us more of a shotgun-like effect, where we just pick up, or we throw all of them out, and then, even from point blank, that's a bad spot to get caught, even from point blank, and then immediately pick them up, they deal damage in a small AoE right next to us, and as we just saw, that can be enough to take enemies out. So I kind of like it.
Selene got a hold of you already, Em. Quite the vantage point the Eye of Night has got. Always looking out for you and all of us. Her speeds are pretty quick as well.
Okay, is this the last one we need before the Chaos Boon evolves? Because it's been a while since we saw that. Find gold in greater quantities. Receive plus 100 now, plus the bonus. Oh man, we already have a ton of gold. Range shot slower. I mean, I guess it's early enough. We could still benefit from that. I didn't even see what the one was that we got canceled out. We still need one more before this evolves. Wow. Okay. I mean, I kind of want to do this just so we can get the Chaos Boon to evolve already. No, it won't happen here, I guess. This is obviously a mini-boss. Sure, we'll do it. It's always you.
Remember me, Serpent?
So I can hit you, that is not going to hit you. Oh, I also was paying zero attention to the actual mini-boss, and all of the attention to those guys, and that was not the best place to be standing for that. Okay, that's definitely not a good place to be standing. And do not pick up the seed right now. Tempting as that may seem. We do this. We do that. 1, 2, 3. Pick them all up. Boom, boom, boom. And that's not bad. It's not quite in range, unfortunately. Okay, now you're stunned. And as soon as you are, we can take you out very quickly. Okay, and these guys got rarefied once again. They're already on heroic rarity, which is the maximum. So that's very nice.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, this is blocked. It was the highest rarity one. While you have no more than 10 magic, occasionally all foes struck by lightning. Gradually restore magic, but total reduced. I don't think we need that, because the Chaos Boon is about to evolve and give us more restoration. Charge cast also causes lightning bolts to repeatedly strike one foe at a time. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's not really something I'm all that worried about. I want to mostly use the charged special not cast. We have 82 magic left right now. So if we do this, that got us in trouble before. That's, I think, that exact combination of reserving magic, this here, plus this. Does the amount that it primes change based on the level? Hopefully not. Was that always 50? I don't know. I think we kind of have to take this Storm Ring, even though I don't love it.
Electric.
But now this evolves, so that's good. Get more of those. We were starting to run a little bit low on the seeds. Okay, so at this point, I think we start going Ashes, since we have picked up a lot of Psyche already, and I assume... Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Let's try this, shall we? Oh, would have liked to have actually hit with that. And I missed with that as well. But I think we do have a pretty nice setup for this. Oh, that was not a fully charged one, for what it's worth. And that was just me pinning myself in a corner unnecessarily. Again, let's line it up. And try not to get hit by all those. That will be fine, right?
More ashes.
Okay, potentially even more ashes. Wow. Or nectar? Okay, well, I mean, we haven't gotten that many ashes on this run. It's just been tons and tons of Psyche. We don't... I believe we do not currently have any nectar at all, so I am kind of tempted to go that route. Otherwise, we re-roll, and I think we probably would end up with Psyche or maybe Bones. I think we just take the nectar. Well, that's not the one that I meant to do, but okay. It's maybe not the best place to aim that. Ooh, that missed. There will be more, though, it seems. Was gonna go for the other dudes.
Cooked fish.
Caught a fish? Is that what she said? Oh man, and we can basically just do this non-stop with our magic restoration now. Okay, and that's basically exactly what we wanted to see. So, the build is working in that sense. Okay, I think we have to take Selene. This might be the last room before the boss, given how we have Shop and we have Heart, which is oftentimes what you see. But given how we took the Selene keepsake and we've yet to see Selene since then, we really want to get a way to benefit from the keepsake and then have the option to switch to something else on the next floor. Does mean we're going to potentially go with 900 plus coins and no way to spend them on this floor, which is a little unfortunate. By 900 coins, of course, I mean 930 now. Okay, technically we need to do this first. Okay, so we've 9. That's why I wanted to make sure we got the chance to do this. So this is the one that we got very highly upgraded before, right? Creates your... Wait, your Hex also creates your charged cast in the area. Okay. And with 9, wait, just double check how many it takes to get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then go 7, 8, and 9. If we started with either this or this, we can get all the big ones. Or, well, all but one of the big ones. So let's see. I assume we want this. We're choosing between these two. After using your Hex, you are impervious until the blast. I like the sound of that. Hex also creates 3 smaller blasts. We were thinking about taking this, but I don't think we actually ended up having enough points to do it. Last time we were going with this big Hex. After using your Hex, foes in the target area take plus 30% damage. I assume that's... Since there is a little bit of a delay before it goes off, it takes 4 seconds. I assume that's only during that 4-second window. In which case, we can use that imperviousness to go crazy for that 4 seconds. I feel like we do go with that, and that means we'll go here. Ooh, heck, well, if we were to go the northern route, we'd get the extra power, but yeah, this is a lot more takes less magic to trigger, although this has a very high threshold for the magic, so I think that's okay. Larger area. Still get some power. Imperviousness. 5% extra damage while it's not ready. And then we have just enough to get even more magic threshold reduction, and then we do that. So, it's very good now, for sure. We'll get even more Psyche. I mean, just imagine if we had gone into all the Psyche rooms as well. We're only like halfway through the run, potentially. Of course, depending on how far we do end up getting, but we've probably gotten close to the most we've ever gotten before. Okay, so I think now that we have the magic restoration, we can just spam our charge special basically non-stop, and we kind of just hope that the enemies are all close to each other, and that does happen fairly often in this encounter.
You love a good show, don't you, lady? And we love to satisfy our fans, don't we, gals?
Alright. Okay. Drummer is going. Don't mind me. Just dodge that while we're at it. Can't really tell just how much that damage is adding up. Just wanted to get this. And that was kind of a nasty combination, but sure, fine. Oh, you did still technically hit us there. Oh, don't be closed off in your shell during that. Yeah, we don't want to be there. That was kind of close. Now we do want to be there. Now we don't want to be there. Just throw this right here, por favor. Yeah, we are immune at the moment, remember. That's pretty sweet. Oh, we missed the one target that we wanted to hit. Wonderful. Oh, honestly, we could have just used that to farm up, spending additional magic for the sake of getting our hex back more quickly. That might not have been the best place to target, but... Okay, I'm not really sure what the pattern is during the solos. It's a little different. Ooh, damage there. Don't mind me. Oh, we're not immune anymore. Okay, good to know. Go. Oh no, we don't go basic attack. Do this just for the sake of spending magic. Just charging up the hex is all. Don't mind me. Just leave us be for a little while. Oh, okay. Give us a second. Hold on. Don't mind us. Oh, honestly, I've never really noticed. In the bottom left corner, you can see exactly how much magic we need to spend. Right now it's 30 until Hex unlocks. Looks like that should do it. Okay, so I'm not going to use it now. I'm going to wait until we get Skillet back up, and we'll have that be our finishing move. I think that's the ideal way to go about doing it. That's just a stun. Okay, I think the best way to get you is honestly just going to be to do this. So hold on. Please stop stunning me so that I can do this. There we go. Ideally would have made that a little bit closer to her, but that'll do. Okay, that was definitely the most effective fight we've had against them before. That was pretty sweet.
Show's over.
Show's over, she says.
There.
We're the ones calling the shots.
And that's our show for tonight.
Oh, okay. We a couple one-liners then. So big damage.
How about another keepsake?
Didn't take much damage. Back up to full here. And now we've already gotten the benefit from the Selene boon, or rather keepsake, so we can swap that out for something else. So in this case, I mean, if we're looking for just a short-term rental, basically, for the Fields of Mourning and nothing else, then the gold purse is probably the best for that purpose. It gives us even more gold. We already have a ginormous amount. So at this point, it's going to be very difficult to spend all that gold. Outside of if we make it to the final shop in Tartarus, then of course we can potentially go absolutely crazy there. But there's maybe 2 shops on the Fields of Mourning, and that's probably it. So it's not amazing from that standpoint. We could potentially stand to benefit more from getting an upgrade on either Poseidon or a Demeter boon, although that's also a little speculative. Or we try to get Hephaestus to show up. Feel like we would... Well, we could actually go Ghost Onion. Wait a second. Whenever you exit a location, fully restore your health up to 50 this night. It's not a huge amount of healing, but we're currently on full health. So there is that. You know, it's not like it's going to immediately blow through all of its value from the first room, but we have taken unfortunate amounts of damage from the Fields of Mourning in our past several runs, really. So, you know what? Let's try it. Okay, we could also get more aggressive spending in some of the mini shops. Don't need this. Cast damage, not super important, and the Ignited Ichor for the movement speed. I mean, it's not terrible, but probably not what we'd be looking for either. If anything, we'd probably like to see special damage. If we get that, then we might go for it. Okay. How many... We still don't have that many boons, to be honest with you. So if we can guarantee we get Wave Flourish upgraded, that would be pretty nice. Outside of that, Rare Crop's already done its thing. It's maxed out the boons that it targeted. So, I mean, Storm Ring, sure, I guess if we get a level on that, wouldn't be a bad thing. Static Shock. This is the one that has gotten, or the other one that's gotten a big rarity increase from the Rare Crop. Oh no, that's a bunch of Selene stuff. It makes it look like we have more boons than we actually do, but this is basically all Selene. It is, in fact, all Selene. And then Chaos. Okay, so we might actually be guaranteed to see all of our 3 upgradable boons. Of course, naturally, it's also going to give us coins, which, as we were saying before, might not be the best thing for us right now. There was actually, come to think of it, a decent case to be made for re-rolling this room. The palm is not bad, don't get me wrong, but you factor in also the coins, then you'd start to make a decent case for re-rolling. Oh, that's actually really nice. Okay, so now we can't go backwards, so it's going to be really hard for us to get this. In fact, borderline impossible unless we got a crazy amount of Selene stuff showing up. So, I mean, we can try to build in this direction, but I don't think we should be counting on this happening. So instead, if we're just looking for little upgrades, Hex deals damage in 20% larger area, potentially. When it's not ready, plus 5% damage. It has extra power, larger area. I mean, this probably gives us the most flexibility because it opens up both of these options, and it includes the potential to go all the way there. So, from that standpoint, I mean, plus 100 power is certainly not bad. Not necessarily sure it would have been our favorite choice. Favorite choice is to get even more coins. Oh, and also remember, come to think of it. Yeah, no, we got that, that keepsake from Hermes to give us even more coins every time we pick up coins. So maybe it does make sense that we went for this. We are getting bonus value on it. Also, I probably walked right past the tree. Where is it?
Illuminate my path.
Not that it's particularly helpful at this stage, but okay. So remember, one thing that we've done in the past here that is a habit that I think we might want to try to break a bit is we've typically tried to go for the best thing first, so that for the later encounters in the room we are a little bit stronger. But that has come to burn us a little bit on a few occasions, because if we get Echo showing up, Echo gives us the option to get a copy of our most recent thing that we picked. So in that case, we want the last upgrade from the room to be the best thing. In which case, I mean, these are roughly equal value if you consider that we're getting the extra Hermes stuff from the coins. I don't think Echo's going to show up in the next room anyway.
Smackers.
Smackers! Get a little bit more range on that, that'd be pretty sweet. There we go. Didn't even need to use the hex. Okay, so yeah, we are starting to get diminishing returns because we've already leveled this up once, but 68 splash damage is awfully tempting. Otherwise, the bolt damage goes up from our charge cast. I don't think we want this. I think it's between these two. I think we are probably looking for the wave flourish. Just going crazy on that. And that's probably... Oh! This could be interesting.
Showed up just as I was about to settle up all by myself. Well, you can have your share.
Okay.
Make yourself useful.
Focus on yourself. The room's empty.
Oh, she stole one of our kills.
Cut it out.
She's stealing a lot of our kills, which is kind of her thing, and it's really annoying. Oh, except we can do this. Except it takes a long time. So it's actually not that helpful. We really should just be doing this. No! No way she beat us! No way did she beat us. Okay.
She's off.
I should have been using the charge special more, without a doubt. But that one hurts. That was very, very winnable.
I think.
I don't know if we would have... Did we know what we were going to get from reward from that? Okay, I think we re-roll this in large part because of the magic not really doing anything for us. It's probably going to re-roll to health, which is better. And then Demeter, sure, might have been fine, but we'll just settle with whatever we get instead. And the alternative is, of course, going with the mini-boss, but given how we've had not always the best of luck with the mini-bosses, I think we'll pass on that. And I'm not sure that we want Hestia, because we don't have any Hestia stuff to synergize with. So let's try re-rolling this.
Sure.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We keep the magic, which is the thing that I was deliberately trying to re-roll. Okay, well, technically speaking of setting up our cast, or rather our hex, we can just do this. Oh well, hold on. We can do this and get our hex ready to go. Although it doesn't seem to be counting up right now. Huh. Maybe we can't.
Ashes.
Will let us do it now? Nope. Now it is. Okay, that's weird. So, as I was saying, in the bottom left corner, it shows us we need 130. That number was not changing. Not initially, at least. even when I was just attacking the wall. But then, once we picked up that little reward, for some reason it did start going down. So I was trying to proactively set up our hex so that we could just immediately activate it. Have it ready to go as soon as we started the first encounter. Okay, and then at this point, I do think it's possible we could see Echo in the next room, so I think we do want to go Magic first and then Hermes. And assuming this does still work. Now it doesn't. Huh. Is it like only if we have enemies who are technically engaged with us, regardless of how far away they are from us? I'm not entirely sure. Surely now it will count as charging up. And it did. Don't mind me. Oh, right, we have the immunity. So don't forget about that. And don't forget about just basic attack. Don't sleep on that. It's pretty sweet. Okay. It's like, can we do this? No. Does not help us.
Come on out.
And just get out of the radius of those circles. You know, I'd really prefer if you weren't standing on top of all those. I get the feeling that's not really coincidence. Okay. Well, we do have a nectar, but I think we want to save that. We've already gotten the keepsake from Hermes.
Hear me, on my authority.
Okay, what are we looking for here? Foes' range attack projectile speed is slower. Our sprint is faster. It gives us a barrier that ignores 2 instances of damage. That is nice. Per encounter. When you are struck, you have a 10% chance to dodge. I think we go Nitro Boost, to be honest, especially against Cerberus, who we're not that far away from fighting. The extra sprint speed is helpful during several of his attacks, like the flamethrower ability, trying to sprint past it, get behind him, so you can, rather than take damage, deal a bunch of damage. Okay, well, this is exactly what we were preparing for. Yes, we could go mini-boss Zeus, but we were kind of anticipating Echo, and deliberately did Hermes second, so we would have the option to get an extra Hermes boon, but making some progress on the whole Narcissus Echo plot.
About Narcissus. About Narcissus. About Narcissus. I don't know what he was like back when you met, but he has a certain vanity about him that perhaps dulls his other senses a bit. When we speak, it's often like I'm not even there. I'm not even there. Not even there. Not even there.
Do we read into that at all? Okay. Gain health, but afterwards we lose health after each location. Granted, technically speaking, our ghost onion can help us to mitigate that, although we are at full health, so there's no benefit at all to it. We have the dodge chance, which I think could be helpful, otherwise we get an extra boon of Hermes. So this is one of the reasons why I didn't take the extra dodge previously, for what it's worth, because from that previous Hermes boon, because I still am not entirely sure if this can also reduce the value from that. I don't think it does, but just playing it a little bit safe. But do we prefer this, or do we prefer this? I mean, this is good. Has some potential. This... yeah, I think we probably still go for the evade.
This shall help. Help.
Oh, thanks, Echo. Alright, so... ooh. So hammer was the first thing I saw and thought, well, that's a great choice. The health is certainly not bad, and the palm, we might still be able to guarantee we get this, although at this point, we've upgraded it so many times that I think the diminishing returns are going to be pretty significant. So it was, what, usually 10 extra power per upgrade. Last time it was 8, which is not a huge difference, or not a huge decrease. Probably down to just 5 incremental damage at this point, if I had to guess. And then, you know, alternatively, what? We upgrade that. This right here. Probably not going to be a huge difference maker. So I think it's mostly about the hammer in that case. But Selene is a stealthy choice there. I think we get 2 points from a full-blown Selene boon like that, in which case I don't think that's quite enough for us to get to an important threshold on the Hex. So it's a little tempting, but I think it's really hard to say no to a hammer. Okay, so surely this counts, right? We are attacking enemies. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I got a little greedy there.
As for my arcana.
I mean, just overall, the amount of crafting resources we've gotten on this run. We started off with Psyche, but now some Ashes. This is the bonus Bones weapons. We're getting some bones from that as well. It's just been pretty crazy. Just activate this real quick. Okay, so at this point, it's not showing us any mini rewards, although it might just try to clear out some stuff. Yep, just in case there's anybody remaining. Oh, because there certainly is. I was not sure if that was going to have enough AoE to hit us. Okay, and I'm also not going to use our Hex on these little guys. Also, that exists. In case you forgot, because I kind of did. I don't know if that has enough AoE. Okay. But now that we've already gotten Echo on this floor, and I'm pretty darn sure you can't get Echo more than once per floor, I think that means that now we are probably just prioritizing going with whatever the best upgrade is first, so that means Hammer first. Yeah. Sure. Alright, and we are immune. And might have hit exactly nothing with our Hex, unfortunately. So we could technically go like lightning speed with this setup if we wanted to. You combine that to get up close, and then follow up with some quick attacks, and then pick up your skulls for the extra damage from our previous hammer upgrade. There we go. Okay, so what will it be this time? Charge special, probably the ideal thing, but if there's more stuff that builds around what we got last time. Special has plus 30 power, and you take, minus 30 damage, minus 30% damage while using them. Specials are 35% faster. It's definitely going to be one of these. Not entirely sure which one we want. Base 30 power, I mean, we would have a lot of power on it at that point. And we do take most of the damage that we've been taking has come from when we are in the charging animation, so I do kind of like that. I don't know if the speed of it is critically important. I think we go for this. I mean, of course, ideally, we'd take both of them, but we can't. Okay, so now Palm, Heart, we'll go Palm. Probably has some more immediate value. I'm deliberately saving the cast, or rather the Hex. Honestly, potentially for that guy, just because he's that annoying. I'm kind of curious. I assume that the hammer upgrade we just got affects both our basic special and our charge special. I know that's something we've asked about the casts, or rather the attacks on the hammer upgrades in the past, but I hope that is true. Okay, so here, oh, it's okay. It's slightly more damage than I expected. It's +7 rather than +5. Still don't think that's great. And then this, I mean, that's +5 damage, but that's technically on every type of attack that we have, but so much of what we're doing is special oriented, and the special does hit a bunch of enemies in one go if we charge it up, whereas this, I'm pretty sure, can only hit one enemy per attack, so I think this is still significantly better. And, you know, it's not often we will see a level 4 heroic boon. We got not even that high on the previous rare crop run that we had on the heroic Aphrodite attack with the blades, which was something that I was hoping we might eventually be able to do, and we had tremendous luck with it. Turned out to be even better than I could have really hoped for. I guess this is sort of the last encounter in this room, and therefore we ought to do this. Oh, we are not immune anymore, though. Excuse me, sir. Please do not do that. Please do that instead.
Corruption cleared.
Okay, get a little more health. And now, oh, hello, sir. Whatever might you be doing there? Okay, this looks like the last room before the boss, and yes, this might be a free palm, but at this point with over 1,000 gold, I think we pretty much have to go to the shop. We'll check the mini shop because we can get pretty aggressive with a lot of things here. So Preserved Hope, oh wait, actually, hold on just a second. We still have, oh, okay, 50 healing from the onion. We are going to get a fair bit of that proccing once we enter the next room, which is probably okay, because it means we should be going into the boss fight with full health. But it's interesting because it technically means that we won't use all of it going into that room. So we should be able to get a little bit more healing after the boss fight. Okay, now we have so many coins that we could potentially even do this or this. Whereas, you know, under normal circumstances, we'd like to be saving our coins more. I think maybe this is the time.
Come on out.
Where we get the prophecy part done, and that's a little tempting depending on how much damage we take from Cerberus, but we have a little bit of healing coming from the onion, obviously the well, and at this point this would be proccing, well, tell you the truth, it would be proccing partway through Tartarus. So remember, encounters is rooms with enemies in them, not just empty rooms, so ignore the transition rooms. That's actually pretty good timing. I think we do take it. Okay, then we go here, and we'll probably be on less than 1,000 coins by the time we actually get to the next floor, but that's okay. Oh.
That shade needs you, Phrynos.
Another shade to compel.
Be free.
Even more Psyche. Okay, so, oh, I was gonna say we're just gonna take everything, but I really don't think we need that. So, health plus Demeter, it's not bad value.
Eris returned to the crossroads, my lord. Forgive me for speaking ill of one of your siblings, but I always fear the worst when she's around. Could she be working against us? If only she was more like you.
Alright, let's get this.
Should be useful.
The Titan's coin that you exchanged for this message. We shall find all of it, melt it down, and return the gold whence it came.
Okay. Sprint forms a cyclone. Lingers after you stop. After remaining inactive, restore magic. Don't need that. We have plenty of magic restoration. Charge cast deals bonus damage and follows around you even as you start to channel it. Okay, so we've been focusing just about all of our charging efforts on the special. That is the thing that we've upgraded the most by far. However, didn't we get... We do technically have a charge cast upgrade already, even if we haven't been using it much. So this, the local climate would make it even stronger. I thought there was another thing. Oh, I forgot about this. Not that. Not that. Where is it? It was a hammer upgrade. Was it the one that we took? Or was it actually, it might have been Selene. Hold on. I think it was. I'm looking for this. Hex also creates your charge cast in the target area. So, charge cast, as we said, actually does have some value. So, makes it a little bit easier for us to benefit from this. In that case, does the charge cast show up in the target area, or does it follow around us? Because those are kind of conflicting. I don't know. I mean, this is also the highest rarity one. We don't like this. This is very minor, it seems like, so sure, we'll go for that.
Cool and brisk.
Take the extra health, get the Charon card from doing so, and I really don't think we need that. I'm not sure it makes any difference whatsoever. Wait. Oh, I thought we could salute the magic, and I was very confused. Okay. Ignore that.
Be safe, Lord Charon.
Alright. How will we do against Cerberus?
Not going to hurt you, Cerberus.
Oh, remember we have 2 instances of avoiding damage during our sprint, which is also helpful against Cerberus. Yeah, granted, we weren't sprinting there, but still. Okay, don't be there. Gonna go out on a limb and say we probably didn't want to be there. Or there, probably. Or there, probably. Yeah, these guys are annoying. Fortunately, we can do that to get rid of you. There are more of you, though. That's not really what I wanted to do there, was it? Oh. Okay. Okay. Nope, don't want to be there. Thank you for asking. You're still alive. Let's change that. Okay, so we can just do that for a little bit of damage. Poke you. Granted, you know, it means we're skull-less at the moment, but I think we can manage. Okay, that does deal a sizable chunk. That's not the charge attack we wanted. Surprised we didn't get the, ooh, here. The sad thing is that we thought we walked into one of the clouds. Okay, is this the right time? Is he going to go into an invulnerability phase soon? I feel like at a third, he's going to go into invulnerability phase. I'm not entirely sure about that, but he is close to a third, so I feel like we wait. Oh, that was a bad time. Or not. Basically, I'm going to wait until his next invulnerability phase, and then I'm going to do it. It's because I'm wary of accidentally wasting it. Maybe I don't need to be that cautious, though. At this point, it does look like he's not going to have an invulnerability phase until 1/2 health. Nope, bad Cerberus. Got it at 1/2 health? No, not quite. Technically, not quite. Now he is. Okay. We get these enemies who are annoying. Oh, they did hit me. Did hit me a bit there. Wait for it. Immune? The moment, at least. Okay, no, we're not immune anymore. But in fact, it expired at a very unfortunate time. That immunity. Okay, this is where we want the extra movement speed. So we can turn this into an attacking opportunity. Oh, no, don't stand there. Or there, really. Or anywhere, apparently. Oh, that's very unfortunate. that was... I don't know how we didn't take damage. Oh no! That was horrible timing. Or maybe it wasn't. There we go. Okay. I'm liking the build.
Relieved
I am.
at last of an infernal itchy spot. The fire-breathing watchdog looks appeased.
Okay. Nice. And given how we have not been doing all that well with the Cerberus fights and this floor in general as of late, overall, I think that was pretty solid. Now, we are going to get some healing from the onion, so if you add that, which is now expired, and it's good timing because it means we can now swap it out, combine that with the healing from the fountain, and we should definitely be at full health here. In fact, we had some healing to spare. But now, we definitely do want to switch, and our go-to has generally been the luckier tooth, and I think that is probably still the case here. Otherwise, I mean, we did recently get the engraved pin, but I don't really think... I mean, maybe once you get this upgraded... No, I think it just probably gives you more health restored if you survive. It's mostly the 10-second window that potentially could be the difference between us defeating Kronos and not defeating Kronos, but I think overall, luckier tooth is probably the way to go. I mean, you are impervious for 10 seconds, which actually is kind of significant. I'll be honest, that is actually sort of tempting. How much damage can we do in 10 seconds? Like, if we have him, like, if we're in the second phase, for example, and he's usually pretty stationary in the middle of the arena, but there's just a bazillion things that deal damage, and sizable damage at that, then to have that imperviousness for 10 seconds means we can just go absolutely crazy, ignore all of that stuff, and maybe that's a large enough window that we could defeat him. I'm not sure. Because, at least in the second phase, I feel like 10 seconds might actually be more valuable than 76 health, whereas in the first phase, 76 health would hopefully last you a lot more than 10 seconds. So, I mean, this is probably still the safe option. Let's stick with that. And we'll see here, we don't need the healing. Next well item will basically last us the entire run. I'm looking at this. Is what I'm reacting to. It's pretty late for a Chaos Spoon, because having the negative effect throughout much of this floor is kind of terrifying, and there are some effects that are a little more difficult to evolve, like the ones that are based on getting boons. So we will only get boons in the shop unless we go to mini-bosses, which I don't think we want to do on this floor. So that makes me nervous, even though the upside is obviously huge. I am not... Yes, we don't have to take the damage upon entering the Chaos Room, but still, I feel like, if anything, it's this. And the best option, honestly, might just be to go with nothing.
Unseen.
So we also still have this guy who's going to give us healing. I mean, if anything, maybe that was a justification for being more aggressive. Going with the chaos after all. Ooh. Yeah, we did spend some monies in the shop before the Cerberus fights. We're not at 1,000 anymore, but that may change. So you do get a lot of gold from these rooms. I suspect it's the money bag enemies that just give ridiculous amounts of money, because that would be fitting in that case.
Granddaughter, how kind of you to visit us again.
Out of my way.
Speaking of the money bags, an awful lot of them right here, right now. Wait for it. I kind of like to just get rid of that thing. Do still have the skull over there that I would kind of like to pick up. rude. It's like you didn't want me to destroy that. Oh, that's also a way to get Hex back more quickly. So that is helpful from that standpoint. Oh, yep, the gears can hurt us. So, maybe it's not best idea to go too crazy on that front. You are going down, buddy. Ooh, you had your sights set on us, didn't you? Okay.
No traitor to the house shall go unpunished.
Yeah. Our favorite line. Okay, that looks like that was it. Oh, don't mind if we do. Okay.
My brothers each are aiding you, are they?
Oh, that's true.
Zeus doubtless leading from behind the safety of his palace walls. Poseidon blustering as though his victory is already at hand.
Father, they're fighting to defend their home. And they're fighting for you. You're right that neither one is much inclined to show concern. But why should they? Fear spreads.
They sat oblivious upon the surface realm for far too long. But do not listen to my rantings about them. Had you known your own brother, perhaps you'd better understand the impulse for such ill-conceived remarks.
Okay. Let's see. Extra damage per Death Defiance. Now, we have both of our starting Death Defiances and the Death Defiance from the Keepsake yet to be spent. But eventually, that means plus 30% damage now. We're not going to have that much health remaining at that point, so I still don't love that option. Have Kronos take 20% damage after 3 seconds. I think we took this either in the previous downward run or the one before that, and it was decent. Does, however, mean that you're expediting the easiest phase of the Kronos fight, because it's that first health section of the first phase when he only does single attacks rather than the triple and double attacks. So, you know, it would be better if it were the last 20%. If you take damage, go dark, recharges every 40 seconds. We tried this once a long time ago, and we couldn't really get it to work. But I feel like maybe it is time to give this another shot. Otherwise, probably would go for this. Let's try it.
Fine. Ooh. But you cannot stay.
Three-headed Cerberus eyes every surface of the chamber all at once.
That's true. I guess he can do that. Still no.
Keep my hand.
One of these days, it'll work.
Thank you, Father.
Don't mind if we do. Does seem like these are maybe pretty good enemies for us. Okay, I just don't like how the little laser beams been timed. Oh, little rats. Of course. Yeah, I know we have the Hex. But we also have very mobile enemies and only very mobile enemies. Kind of hard to hit them with that. Okay, no bonus stuff. Don't think we're looking for the mini-boss. Think we'll keep it simple. Only we kept the Hex from the previous room. Being ready to go. That's a whole bunch of money bags. Some of them are eyeing us. Okay. Okay, at least there weren't additional waves. Oh, and that was the healing we got, which honestly I don't even think added up to all that much. Okay, so this is not a mini-boss, which is pretty rare to find actual reward rooms without having the additional difficulty. Now, if we still had that healing from the shop item, that would have been perfect timing, because pretty much any damage we would have taken, we would have healed off. I think we might still be able to afford this from a damage standpoint. Obviously, from a money standpoint, still doing very well there, but maybe this is the thing that allows us to buy almost everything at the final shop. And it also gives us a little bit of extra resources, it seems. It does seem like that does a pretty good job of avoiding them blocking as well, which is convenient. Okay, I hate you. The Burning Passion. Oh, we don't have the magic. Hold on. We don't have the magic. That has not happened to us very often. Sure, we'll do this, though. And we have the immunity, so we'll do this, too. You block... Oh, no, you're dead. You're dead. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, 360... Oh, right, and not to mention, we get the extra value
More of this tainted
from Hermes as well. We're still at max HP.
Ooh.
Get extra of those. Okay, so now the mini-boss. Again, that's where we say no thank you. We got our bonus. Okay, that's a lot of enemies right there. I don't know if you noticed. That seemed to be a lot of enemies. Fortunately, we were able to get rid of many of those enemies fairly quickly. Don't mind us as we just pick those up. Take you out. Not bad. Any bonus stuffs? No, and it looks like this will be our last enemy room. Oh, he was too quick for me. Bad damage. There is a mini shop, which is potentially worth considering. Purchasing some things there, given just how much money we do have. These guys always throw me off with it. It looks like they're just going to do a one-hit combo. Then they turn right around and change direction with the second hit on the combo. Like that. Oh, that's not good. That's very not good. Oh, but we have the extra dodge chance. I totally forgot. Right? Didn't we end up taking that from Echo? I think that's what we ended up choosing. I'm like, okay, sure, we can, so I guess we will. If nothing else, then for the immunity. Okay. So here, restore some health. I mean, we did take a little bit of damage there, but I'm pretty sure between us stepping into this room and stepping into the next room, we aren't quite going to be on full health, but it's going to be just about full health. So we'd be paying 45 gold for what is functionally like 4 healing, which doesn't feel great. Granted, we perhaps do have the coins to spare, because I don't know if you saw exactly how many we have at the moment, but it's quite a bit.
What's in the well this time?
And therefore... Oh, okay, well, I think it definitely makes sense for us to do this. 10% less damage. Obviously, this is going to be active for the Kronos fight. So definitely do that. Could even potentially make the case for this as well, just because we can probably afford it. I don't know exactly how much it's going to cost to get all the things in the super shop. I feel like if we had one more coin, that might have been a difference maker. But there might be a golden urn in there. But I think it actually, if you consider the one, it's usually a Charon card is the most expensive thing. If you consider that, it's actually pretty expensive to buy everything. So I honestly do not think we'll be able to get absolutely everything. I think we do head in now then. I think we're going to have to skip the most expensive thing. It's wool. If that's what this is called, I forget exactly. 1,000, 1,450, 1,650. We could get all of these things. Then we wouldn't be able to afford palm or armor. I mean, I think we might skip. I mean, you're not really doing anything, though. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. No, you're pretty useless. So, on second thought, like, we have technically run out of magic briefly, but take a split second and we'll get it back, so I'm not really concerned about that. So, 1,450, 1,550. Yeah, we have enough for everything but the magic, and we don't really need it, so that seems fine. And this alone is a guaranteed Charon card, just from the sheer cost of it. So I'm going to save that for last, though, just in case I am doing my mental math wrong. Might have wanted to get the palm first, depending on what we wanted to upgrade, but... So this was the thing that I was looking for at the very beginning, because we did take the shovel this run, so this could have added up to be quite a bit. Otherwise, we still don't have an attack boon. We actually have very few boons, even right now. Again, it is very misleading. Most of these things are Selene upgrades. And then one of them is Artemis boon, which is a little bit different, and a couple of these are hammer boons, which are a little bit different. So definitely don't need that. This is basically just one extra seed for plus 10 max health. So this is not the right time for it. I think we pretty much have to do this. And the freeze does give some extra value, for sure. So then, I mean, that honestly might even be the preferred thing to upgrade. Otherwise, is this now that is only 5 damage, incremental damage at least. Or we can't, oh, that's the charge cast. It's also charge cast, okay. I mean, this might actually still be the thing we go for then, because these, yes, we are getting from the Hex, but otherwise we aren't really making a point of ever using charge cast. It's all charge special. So might as well. Rank 5, heroic rarity. So this is crazy strong from that standpoint. And we also have at least one of our hammer boons buffing it as well. Somewhere. Giving it the base damage. It's one of these things. No, not that one. It's there somewhere.
Protected.
Take this. We can take this. Charon card, guaranteed, as I said. Can't afford that, but that's fine. Charon does not have anything to say to us.
Moonlight guide you, my lord.
But we'll salute him for good luck. Perhaps that was the key thing we were forgetting to do before. So, alright, we have the reduced damage as well. Okay. I like where we are right now. We won't quite be on full health, but pretty darn close to it.
Kronos.
And we have the darkness. I forgot, the darkness effect as well. From the Hades stuff.
Yeah. What are those garish instruments with which you try to do harm? Like it's not some gadgets that the fates themselves had vainly hoped would put an end to me.
No, the fates had nothing to do with it.
Whether they vainly hoped is yet to be determined. These may not be the arms the gods once used to bring you down, but they'll get the job done just the same. You watch.
Alright.
To learn more, Redreptus and I.
Who's
This
that?
scythe is not merely for cutting short the wheat, whilst I put Cerberus away. It is for cutting short just about anything you see.
That's the name of the scepter. It's quite a mouthful, that name. To be honest, I feel like we just try to get rid of all his friends, at least initially. Given how they are all kind of right there. Yeah, I did see that coming. That was convenient spacing, at least. Okay, they're all down.
More then?
And honestly, as we have seen in previous encounters, if we can just chip away at him a little bit, but more significantly, just do this to get that. Is that gonna hit him? I really hope that hits him. It absolutely did hit him. Just do this. Spend some magic. Get some damage while we're at it. Oh! Resisted? Okay, that was from our invulnerability from the sprint, I think. Okay, now for what it's worth, the damage actually was not that significant, I'll be honest with you. It's basically all coming from that one hex. That's ready. Please stand still. Thank you for standing still. Thank you very much for standing still, in fact. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. And I almost walked straight into that. I think these banners actually provide one instance of damage immunity. They're like functionally a one-hit shield, which for things like the Hex, it is very significant. So obviously we do not want him. It's one thing if he avoids taking damage from a 60 damage charge special. It's another thing if he avoids taking damage from 1,000+ damage Hex. Is he at half health? No. Oh, I walked into it. Okay. That gonna hit you. I want you to move a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Just do this. Spend some extra magic. Get Hex back. So just playing nice and patiently, which, you know, might not be all that exciting. I get it, but it's certainly safer. So even if it's not, you know, happening at lightning speed, what this is helping us do is not take much damage in this part of the fight, which hopefully will pay dividends long term. Okay, you're still in that circle. What? Did you remove our Hex from doing that? That to get out of the way. That looks like... Oh, I thought that was going to be the throw. I'd rather not. Thank you. Okay, he is close to half health, which means he's close to going to that phase where he starts doing double and triple attacks. Okay, one more of those, then we get the Hex back. Might as well hit him with it. Ooh, that was close. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was the wrong time to hit him with it, because that meant that he was potentially going to, you know, shield his way into the invulnerability phase at exactly half health and therefore mitigate some of the damage. Theoretically, I think he can do double attacks now. Yep, he just did. Okay, there's our confirmation though. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. At least not when I'm in that position, because I could not capitalize on that opportunity as much as I would have liked to have. Charge. Yes. Triple attack. Okay, now I would use the Hex, but as we were saying, this is actually... Those banners are a bit of a counter to it in a way. I'd like to get rid of this first. Okay, nice. I'm gonna drop it here. Want to keep you in this circle. Beautiful. That's not the attack that I meant to do, and I walked straight into that. Nope, don't want to be there. Ooh. Oh, that was a silly place to get stuck. I was a little tempted, overly tempted, to try to get that out. What's he doing now? Or that. Is that the one attack that he does not use to chain into other attacks? It kind of seemed like it. Okay, we do have Hex back. Just keep you in this area. Thank you. Where did you summon them? Oh, all the way over there. Okay, with the... Oh, these guys are actually stronger than the guys from before. They're not the same satyr dudes that we saw previously. These are ones that, oh, that's also very much not where we want to be. Ooh, okay, that could have been a lot worse. Could have still been a lot worse, I'm gonna be honest with you. But these were the guys that gave us a lot of trouble last time we faced Kronos, I remember. They are the guys that I, in general, do not like. Perhaps my least favorite enemies on that floor. Ooh. Yeah, stay right here. Please. Thank you. You still alive? Oh, go away. Go away. Please. Let's just get a little bit more magic. That was close. I don't know if that's gonna hit you, but it's okay. I wasn't really planning on it hitting you. To be honest, that has been a nice little bonus. Is that sometimes charging up this attack has gotten a little bit of damage when I was not even trying to hit him. Oh, perfect timing. Look at that.
So, you possess some of your father's strength. Or rather, mine.
Alright, you want to take credit for it. For what it's worth, far and away our best Phase 1 against Kronos. In large part because we were so patient. Waited to use the hexes for the big chunks of damage, and still got half-decent damage from the charge special as well. The tricky thing is going to be, can we recreate that in this next phase where there's so many more things that we have to avoid, and it is a lot harder to just run around and not take damage than it was in the first phase.
3, 2.
Okay. Feels like it's always... Yes. What is this? 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock? Oh, that's not really where oh, no, that was kind of technically sort of where I wanted to be, actually. Okay. Assuming we don't want to be on those things. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, throw that down. Hopefully you stay there. Or not. That's unfortunate. It's okay. We'll have time for more. Okay, we're starting to learn a little bit more about where you are and are not supposed to be, which honestly is just as important as many of the other things. Like this attack, this clock effect. Huge priority. Huge priority. The damage it deals is ginormous. I don't know what we're supposed to do for this. Okay, the clock effect does go away, which is good to know. I'm not really sure that we did know that. Oh, okay, there goes our first Death Defiance. Definitely did not make it that far, without a Death Defiance in any previous run, though. Okay, watch out for the... Again, the clock is huge. It is, I believe, his highest damage attack, or at least certainly one of them. I don't remember seeing that before. Okay, I don't like the sound of that. Don't particularly like the sound of that. Oh, get over there. Okay, I know we have the Hex. Just wanted to make sure that he was not invulnerable. That is unbelievable. And it's stuff like that that makes this encounter feel pretty cheap. Oh. Uh-oh. stuff like all of those things put together, what the hell? Like, I'm sorry, that's bad game design. With stuff like that, you make it so that there's just no way to avoid taking that kind of damage. And that feels cheap. Oh, okay. He's doing double attacks. I'm very surprised we avoided taking damage there. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Obviously, we took 800 bazillion damage, so we weren't supposed to be there, but I don't know where we were supposed to go for that. I believe that was still our best run on the second phase. If not, it was just about. So we had one other time when we got to roughly the same amount of health. And the thing there, though, was that if we got enough magic spent to use another hex or two and landed the one, then landed two really, that might have been enough damage to take him out. So that's pretty much all we were trying to do, was just chip away at him a little bit when we could with the charged special, and then when we land the hex, it dealt enough damage that it was a big deal. So that was 1 or 2 hexes away.
You know what they say,
from our first successful run.
Failure is the greatest instructor of all.
And that was our first run with that weapon. And maybe we got incredibly lucky with the build that we got. I have no clue, because I had basically no context to work from. But that was fun. I liked that a lot. It was very good.
One of these nights you ought to ask Headmistress how she got this from the house.
I'm pretty sure we did do that. Okay, then there was some question about it. We, in some ways, did that run primarily to get a crafting reward from Chaos. It wasn't entirely clear if we got all of the stuff we needed, or if we need one more still to make that happen. What's going on here?
And so I say,
begone, accursed witch. I've occupied this grove for eons, long before your pitiable tent came to rest upon it.
oh, hey, Mel.
Hey, Dora.
I see the two of you have met. Lord Moros, Dora speaks the truth as always. She's been here longer than I have, if you can believe it.
I can indeed, for I know an old soul when I see one. It's a pleasure to meet you, Dora. Do let me know if I can be of service in some way.
Count on it, Horns. Now then.
I bid your leave. Farewell.
Okay.
Farewell.
I do really like Dora. She's hilarious. Okay, we can't chat with Moros himself, though? Oh, what is that? 3 something. Oh, and that's from saving the 3 fates? Well, we're ways away from that, so hold on. Oh, there's only 1 Hades boon left. I know we, for the most part, have not paid a lot of attention to all these things, because my thought process was, for the most part, in the early stages, whatever we do is going to make progress towards something, and then only once we start getting close, like we are for this one, does it start to make sense to go out of our way to target some of these things. Like, okay, if we see Howling Soul, we know that's going to be a big deal. Whereas, as we see for many of these other ones, we're much further away. This one's kind of close, though. What's this for? God of the Dead shall surpass each of the armored wardens, sometimes found along her path. Oh, I know what this is. These are the mini-bosses, and we've succeeded against all but the last 2, and that is because the last 2 are probably the mini-bosses in Tartarus, who we have deliberately avoided, because we suspect they are significantly more difficult. So, alright, at some point, hopefully, we'll be ready to do that. Oh, really? This is a thing? Okay. Well, it's not a huge reward, I was going to say, because it's pretty easy. Not really going out of our way to do it, but it'll just happen. Fully upgrade 3 Arcana cards. Oh, well, upgrade 1 more of those, and we're good to go, which we potentially could do right now. Clear any 3 Forget-Me-Nots after acquiring the resources being tracked. Interesting. Okay. Also doesn't give us much of a reward, but is fairly straightforward to do, although we've already crafted many things. Okay. And then this is from the mini shop. We have almost everything from that. And then the fishing rod. Oh, okay, yep. Unlocking that gives us a little bit of extra resources as well. Still some candy wrappers. Although no sign of Eris. Okay, so do we have the stuff to pull this off, or do we need a little bit more?
Must be an incantation that can help.
Okay. No, it's this is the one that we really want. Oh, and that's, wait. It's not even the thing that we were looking for. Okay, maybe it was just preparing us in the future to get it. It wasn't really clear if we got it from just speaking to Chaos, because I was not expecting that. It seems like we are now prepared to make that happen on subsequent Chaos visits. We can afford this, though. So, causes locations we visit to sometimes have an infernal trove, which is a chest that has a reward in it, and the fact that if we activate it, it's an optional thing, optional encounter. If we choose to activate it, we will face a wave of enemies. The quicker we defeat the wave of enemies, the more of the reward we get. So, like, for example, it might start off with 25 ashes. And if we defeat the enemies quickly enough, we get the full 25. If we take a long time, then it could go down all the way as low as 1. And, you know, I imagine it'll be mostly crafting resources, or coins. Can't remember if from Hades 1, it certainly never gave you any boons, but like max health upgrades, I don't think it did that either, because it's usually stuff that you get in small enough increments that it can deplete that resource depending on how long it takes you to finish the encounter, and obviously, you know, you can't really have 1/10 of a boon, so we'll take it.
Headmistress, if I may. O essences of chaos, heed my voice. In your potential, I have made my choice.
Your intent was true.
So it's a little bit...
So mote it be.
A little bit like a Chaos Gate, not in the type of reward you get, but in terms of how you need to weigh the risk versus reward, because it does mean you're fighting more enemies, and on the lower floors, or rather on the earlier floors when enemies are easier, sure, that might not be a big deal, but once you start getting further and into Tartarus, for example, you might be a little bit reluctant to face extra enemies, so it's not necessarily something we're going to do every time we see it pop up, but it is now, at the very least, an option.
Much is expected of you. The pressure that you feel, you never speak of it, and yet full well I know it's there. Your constant companion.
No, actually, that's Phrynos.
I can hardly distinguish between pressure and faith anymore. My entire life has led to this, and all of you are counting on me. Are you truly so certain in my inevitable success, Headmistress?
Oh no, I think you're absolutely gonna fail. Watch her say that and be like, oh, well that's crushing. Thanks, Mom.
Pressure and faith are intertwined, 'tis true. Ever in conflict. Should the pressure utterly prevail, out comes despair. Only then do we truly falter.
I know she's not our mom, but she's our mother figure. You know what I mean.
You didn't answer my question. The combined might of the gods was not enough to stop Kronos before. And you know the fates are unpredictable. My success is not a certainty.
My faith is not in outcomes, 'tis in you. And I've enough of it to last. Should you find yours lacking, I shall always spare you some of mine.
Well, that's nice.
Thank you for believing in me.
Good.
No need.
It's, the kind of vote of confidence we needed, because if she were to say the opposite of that, then, yeah, that would be pretty crushing. Okay, hold on, because this is ready to go.
As promised.
It's a whole lot of wool, and we did buy some from that shop in Tartarus, right? So we should have a whole bunch, should be able to do a whole bunch of upgrades. So we should be able to do that, finish that prophecy to fully upgrade one more of our Arcana cards. Oh, yes, of course.
I shall, my lord. Until then, we each have our tasks to complete.
Okay. Well, should be able to... Oh, don't have enough Charon cards for this. Might be worth waiting, because I still kind of think this is the most valuable thing for us at this stage. Perhaps at some point we'll have fully upgraded all of our Arcana cards, and then Moondust will be useless to us, but I feel like we are still a ways away from that happening. So, I think we do wait. And then, perhaps, we also hold off purchasing here, because we have 11 Moondust right now. Okay. Let's pick these. And I think there might have been a thing or two that required those onions. Can't recall what it was, or if we need even more than that. Oh, we got seeds from Chaos. Alright, it wasn't the direct item.
Grow strong.
But I think that's one of what I believe is 2 of these things that we will need to complete that big incantation. And now, I mean, I guess we'll go back to Poppy, just because that's theoretically the rarest. Even though we have planted a whole bunch of Poppy already. Maybe 1 Nightshade, just because we've seen there are some Nightshade recipes. Just want to double check. Okay, we do not have enough to do anything right now. Oh yeah, that is garlic. Oh, it's nectar is the thing we need. Restore the Crossroads Taverna. I have no idea what this is. So, I mean, that is... I'm interested. It's odd that nectar is the thing we need. Can we purchase nectar from you? If so, I'm half tempted to do so. We can. It's 30 bones. I mean, it's a little expensive, but we have a lot of coins, or bones, right now, so I feel like we can do it. Why not, right?
Fair trade.
Wait, do you restock that? I'm actually curious. Because the bath salts description said something like, it's going to exist in the shop only for a limited time, which would maybe explain why it might not come back after we purchase here, but that's not really time sensitive. This, however, I mean, let's see. Let's do it.
My choice is hereby made. My path is set.
Interesting.
I hope so.
So mote it be.
Oh! Look at that! Okay, we did get an ambrosia, mostly used for communal visits to the Crossroads Taverna. Communal visits to the Crossroads pass even more time than the Springs. I think the Springs was 10 or something along those lines, or 12, okay. Obtained from trading with the Wretched Broker while supplies last. That's what it said here for the salts as well. Although that is possible to dig up in various regions. Whereas this we don't know. That's gonna end up being the case. Alright.
Fleeting is the sense of hope or joy within the crossroads, yet what little may emerge is often concentrated in the small taverna there.
No time to unwind.
Apparently not. Okay, I'm not really sure what they... Is that a floating candle? Is that what they have? It looks cool. But we can't... It'd be nice if we could enter this way. I feel like that'd be faster. Basically going in next to Moros. Okay. Alright. So it looks like it's basically a different type of hot springs. So I wonder if that's just going to continue to be a thing where we're going to unlock more and more ways to pass the time with our friends, and be interesting to see what kind of distinguishment there is between those two different areas, or if they're going to feel very similar and the only real difference is just one spends a little more time than the other.
I once was desperate to hear the siren's song. I barely resisted their temptations. Of course, I was merely mortal. Perhaps you're less susceptible to their allure.
Perhaps. At any rate, I fail to see the appeal. Although, it's possible the sirens were better off without Skilla. She seems rather bossy.
Now, Malinois has been very resistant to Scylla's charm. Does not seem to have much effect on her.
She's a menace. Caught half a dozen of my crew like she'd a separate set of teeth for each of the poor lads. We'd little choice but to pray to the gods and sail on. Tell her hello for me.
That is true. Odysseus, as I think I mentioned before, Odysseus had the choice of either going past Scylla or going past Charybdis. Scylla, of course, the siren that we've seen, and Charybdis being a humongous, powerful whirlpool. And this was in his boat with his crew, obviously, sailing back from the Trojan War, trying to get back home, which is the entire story of the Odyssey, which would seem like it's an easy thing to do. No, it was not. But basically his logic was, okay, Scylla, if I sail past her, she's gonna kill 6 of my crew, because she had something like 6 heads or 6 something or others, which is why I had originally thought that she was a 6-headed sea monster, not a siren, although that apparently is not super clear based on purely the Odyssey, but some have later speculated that she is more of a siren, or was more of a siren than a sea monster. Well, I guess a siren is a sort of sea monster. Anyways, that's beside the point. But Charybdis, being a ginormous whirlpool, Odysseus said, well, this is just going to sink my entire ship and take all of my crew, so better to lose a portion of my crew than to lose the entirety of my crew.
Did the gods answer your call, at least?
For the most part.
Okay. I would kind of like to gift... Oh, no, we don't have any nectar anymore. I was going to say I wanted to maybe gift nectar to Odysseus, because we've not yet gotten his keepsake, and I don't know what his is, because he didn't exist in Hades 1. But those are gone now. We used it to create the taverna.
You are welcome here, and you are safe.
Can we bring you to the taverna?
Moonlight guides you.
Not at the moment. No. Okay. So we'll circle back, and, you know, if it's anything like the hot spring, it might be a little while till we can really experience the taverna, but I think we can probably upgrade some more stuff here, and apparently fully upgrading one more of our Arcana cards is enough to get us a new prophecy unlocked. We do need precisely one more moon dust. Oh, I was saying wool before. I think there is also wool, which looks almost the same as moon dust, but this is moon dust. If we purchase one, we can improve this Arcana card, which is really good. I am kind of tempted to do that. 50 extra coins, which, I mean, means you can be a lot more aggressive at shops and mini shops, which does certainly help. I think we go for it. And that is probably an Arcana card we are going to want to have active all the time, if not almost all the time. So I feel fine investing a whole bunch of these moon dusts in it. Wait, was it moon dust that we purchased from that shop at the end of the run, or was it end of the previous run, or was it wool? So we have a lot of wool right now, but that might have just come from the Charon shipment. I mean, they look so similar that it honestly, when you don't see them right next to each other, it is really hard to know for sure. Okay, but let's upgrade this.
Concentrate. Now I see.
And I believe... Yes, prophecy fulfilled. Okay, perfect. For a second there, it took just long enough for that to pop up that I was a little unsure. But here we go. Major Arcana gives us 100 ashes.
Your understanding has no end.
And that's a pretty big amount. I wonder if there's an Arcana, or rather a prophecy for at least unlocking all the initial ones. Okay, no, apparently we don't have any wool. Would appear we do not have any of that. Oh, right, there's this that costs 6 grasp that we were saying looked kind of interesting. It's obviously very expensive, but there's nothing else that costs 6, which is actually kind of good, because that means it does work with the queen. So, given how much ash we have right now, I feel like we definitely do take this.
The Artificer.
And given all of the Psyche we got in that previous run. Oh boy, we did not even max out the Psyche. We on several occasions went for ashes or bones instead. We can definitely get this upgrade though. And still have some Psyche to spare. Okay, so with one extra grasp, how many one Arcana or one grasp cards do we have? Is it just this? I think it's just this. So I think we can reactivate you. Otherwise, we could deactivate a 5 and exchange it for this. But I feel like I'd rather not do that right now because I do really like our 5s. So we could get even more grasp and we could get to the point where we're sacrificing a 4. Well, this is also really good. It's probably not about to sacrifice that either. If we could sacrifice a 3, then maybe. Although that's also good. I don't know. We'll figure it out. For now, we can activate that. And that's a nice little bonus.
This night calls for...
Just checking to see if we happen to get any significant progress / upgrades on any of our keepsakes. But no, I think we still have a ways to go before that ends up happening on any of them. But as for the skulls there, I was impressed. Again, maybe we got super lucky and we got an amazing build. I wouldn't really know because that was my first run with them and I had no context, but at least with what we had, we very nearly defeated Kronos on our first run with these guys, so not only was it powerful, it also was fun. So I liked that a lot. We do have the torches for the bonus weapon next time. I suppose we'll take those. Let's just check what is popping up here. I imagine it's going to be the Rod of Fishing, which we can afford. I think at that point we'd only have 1 bronze left. That means we would not quite have enough for the big incantation for going on the surface, but you know, we could just make a relatively quick run to the surface, get some bronze, which shows up pretty regularly, and you know, it wouldn't hold us back for long in that case. I think we do still need the silver spade, so it's not like we would be using the fishing rod immediately, even if we did unlock it here, but let's do it. Because that also fulfills a prophecy. But let's just, you know, before we forget, let's just throw this back on, because I do technically think we still need that. Okay, but let's just quickly cash in that prophecy, and I can already... Oh.
By the will of night. Hear me, shades of the dead, and listen well. Your strength is needed now to join our fight. Upon Olympus and in depths of hell. Within these crossroads, you are safe with us. Yet we would ask your service to our cause. Your will is yours, your choice is given thus. Together, let us rise above our flaws. So mote it be.
Whoa, that's quite the speech. It's a lot longer than the ones we give. Suppose she's a lot more experienced than we are. Okay, this gives us even more ashes. Now, not nearly as many as we got from the previous reward, the previous prophecy that we fulfilled, but still, we'll take it. So I think that's about how much we spent on one of those Arcana cards. I mean, at this point, I mean, some of these have other resources that we've yet to see, so we definitely can't afford those, but we could potentially unlock more of these if we really wanted to. I do like this one. This is probably the one that, of the ones we don't have, the one that, and that we can afford, the one that I'd be most interested in getting. So sure. We have the ashes to spare, so why not? Yeah, there are several good options at many of the grasp cost levels. So that does make some of the decisions tough. I mean, granted, we could deactivate this and then suddenly you no longer have that restriction that is preventing you from taking multiple things that cost the same amount. Then again, I have not been able to deactivate this, so I don't know about that.
Don't have enough just yet.
I don't know if that's actually true. But anyways, oh, I suppose. Well, actually, there was that prophecy for us sending a number of shades at enemies. I don't know if these count, but if they do, then it's just a whole bunch of free shades. So, it's free progress. I'm not sure it does count. I kind of doubt that it does, but let's just chat with Skelly first.
Wisely, young one. Ere you set forth each night. There's your arcana at the altar, your choice of nocturnal arms, your keepsake, your gathering tool. Dang.
It's a lot to consider when you put it that way, Commander. But my objective is always clear. Find the Titan, slay the Titan. Free my family. Free Olympus.
I think we might have heard this before.
Well, that was like 4 different things right here.
But I think this is a good place for us to wrap up here. As I was saying, by some accounts, that was our best run ever. And if you consider that it was our first time using the skulls, then I think that is definitely a success. So I'm looking forward to future skulls runs, but next time, we're probably looking at taking the torches. But thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.